This was a game of their rookies versus our vets. And I ain't gonna lie, we wasn't in Vegas, but Atlanta Hawks took all bets. Treating this thing like March Madness, we was cutting down those Brooklyn Nets. I must say, the Brooklyn Nets learned that you have to pay to play. And shout out to my rook, Zaccharie Risacher. Welcome back to Hawks Digest, everyone. I am Chris Tip Moore, man. Happy to see all you guys once again. Take off your shoes, leave on your socks, and we're going to get into this Atlanta Hawks post game. Atlanta Hawks getting a big win tonight, getting back into the win column versus the Brooklyn Nets in a big way. 133 to 109. Taking care of business tonight, like I said. Atlanta Hawks needed this win coming in tonight, already knowing that the 7th seed is no longer attainable, as the Orlando Magic took care of business the other night, and now they are the division champions. I know coming in with like 10 games left, we were in the lead, but unfortunately things did not go our way. So now the best case scenario for the Atlanta Hawks would be the 8th seed, and that would mean we would be going on the road to play the Orlando Magic in the play-in game. Crazy, man. A lot of travels between Atlanta and Orlando, because we play Orlando in Atlanta, final game of the regular season on Sunday, and it's a possibility you may see these guys yet again back in Orlando. So it's just gonna be a lot of back and forth. See what happens, but we're gonna get into this post game right now. Thank you guys always for choosing the Atlanta Hawks Digest when you need that Atlanta Hawks content. Now, again, the Atlanta Hawks coming into this game, we needed this because Atlanta allowed 115 points in the last 10 games, and 120 in the last 42 games. That's a real fact. Now, you have to think about it as well, too. That right there puts the Hawks 27 in the league, and that means we are only ahead of Chicago, Washington, and Utah when it comes to points per game, as we were allowing 119 points per game as well. So we needed this win right here. Brooklyn came into this game pretty much not playing any starters. A lot of people out for different reasons: hamstrings, ankles, tanking. Oh, I mean, it's not saying that on the injury report, but I mean, come on. Nick Claxton did play for the Brooklyn Nets, and when I seen that, I said, okay, Atlanta, don't even play with it. Come out here and stomp these boys. And in the first quarter, they started out well. It was 33-14 at the end of the first quarter. Atlanta Hawks was getting out in transition. They got out in transition early, and they played their style of basketball. Against Orlando, we played their pace. Tonight, we got back to Atlanta Hawks basketball, spacing, creating fast break opportunities, transition opportunities, and you like to see it taking care of business against a opponent like the Brooklyn Nets, who are one of the worst teams in the league right now. It just didn't make any sense at all for the Atlanta Hawks to waste any time with the Brooklyn Nets. And the Atlanta Hawks, every quarter, put up 30 points or more on the Brooklyn Nets. You like to see that. As far as the points in the paint go, we obliterated them. 66-24, getting downhill. Of course, a lot of fast break points as well, too. That also helped with that. Guys being able to get into the lane, create their own shots. Also going to the foul line, creating opportunities there. The Atlanta Hawks were clicking on all cylinders in that regard. Also, fast break points, 32-25 in favor of our Atlanta Hawks. So again, like I said, playing with our pace and our tempo. Our biggest lead of the game was 32. Brooklyn did not lead this game. So, complete domination by the Atlanta Hawks from start to finish against a team, again, that you should have done this against. Now, bench points. We did get toe up on the bench points. Of course we did. It was 75-42. But again, Brooklyn pretty much had starters. Bench guys as starters. And they were rotating that bench a lot. You've seen a lot of guys that you probably never heard of before in this particular game. I know it was a lot of randos for the bando for me tonight, because a lot of these guys I did not know. And also, the fact that the Brooklyn has had to play at least 22 different players this year should just let you know what the 26-53 Brooklyn Nets has been going through as well. Moving on, you would like to see less turnovers versus the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, we had 15, but I also feel like we were kind of trying some things here and there too. I guess a team that was decimated by tanking. I mean, by injuries. And like I said, 15 to 17, the turnover margin. Points off turnovers. This right here spoke volumes. 33 for the Atlanta Hawks to only 18 for the Brooklyn Nets. Again, no lead changes, no ties. Why? Because the Atlanta Hawks dominated this game from start to finish, and you love to see it. I love to see the minutes that Zaccharie Risacher was able to get tonight, playing 34. Toward the end of the game, so you seen more of George Niang. I know it was a little interesting because I thought maybe I'd see Garrison Matthews get some minutes because I seen Keaton Wallace get some minutes tonight, Dominic Barlow, and even Daquan Plowden. I was very happy to see Daquan Plowden get some minutes, and he even scored as well. So, I enjoyed seeing that, the development of younger guys who are doing well down there in College Park like Emoji. That's why he came up. And by the way, well, I know it was inadvertent to a degree, but you're coming up and you're throwing elbows. Now my guy Moji done lost a tooth. Like, what in the world? You know what I'm saying? Just like, I feel like if the roles were reversed, Moji probably would have got thrown out. But either way it go, Moji, he stayed in the game. He didn't play a whole lot, you know what I'm saying, after that. I mean, he still gave you 5 points in 22 minutes. I was happy to see him get the minutes, see him be able to run up and down the floor because he gave you 12 boards. We need those boards, guys. We need those boards. So, yeah, shout out to Moji for that. And just, you've seen tonight the Atlanta Hawks, again, playing with the pace. You've seen spacing. You've seen Trae being able to get guys involved. It was on a full display. And, again, I'm glad to see it. You didn't play down to the competition. You went ahead and you stomped on that cigarette and you put it right on out. So happy to see that. Want to get into individual performances though, guys. Starting with my guy Double O, Onyeka Okongwu, starting to become a regular. Of course the personnel is the personnel, but the personnel still has to play basketball, otherwise he wouldn't be here. 33 minutes, 5 of 7, shooting 71% from the field. 1 of 2 from threes. Onyeka is starting to hit that 3 just a little bit more consistently. So 2 attempts, hit 1 of 2, 50%. Gave you 3 or 4 from the foul line because Onyeka, he's an underrated foul shooter. So he knocks down free throws more often than not to be a center, big man, whatever you want to call him. What I also liked was the fact that he gave you yet another double-double. 14 points with 15 rebounds. Onyeka got you 2 assists as well. Didn't get any blocks tonight. I mean, he's not really a rim protector. I mean, and unfortunately that comes to his height and his size. But regardless, I've always said it, Onyeka gives you effort, and he uses skill to be able to have his way with other bigs to a degree. It was a couple of shots he made tonight that was kind of high arcing. I was like, and he dropped right on in. I was like, hey, that's some skill right there with some touch. So shout out to Onyeka Okongwu tonight. Great game for him. Happy to see it. And big win. Want to move on to my next guy. You may know him. They call him Ice Trae Young. And he was 7 of 15 tonight. 46% from the field. Pretty decent. I was also 3 of 8 from the 3-point line, 7 of 8 from the foul line. It's free. 24 points, 12 assists. Even got you 2 steals. Because a couple times, guys be trying to turn the corner. And Trae Young was doing his best Dyson Daniels impersonation, poking the ball out from behind. Got a couple steals and a couple layups like that. Hey, he was a plus 20 as far as the guys for the plus and minus goes, for those who care about that. And again, only 4 turnovers. So, I'm saying, kind of around the average, but just limiting those. I like what I seen from Trae tonight. overall, being a showman. I don't know who was doing all that chirping at Trae in the first half as well, but it was a couple things you seen Trae do, and he looked right over in that spot. I know he made the three, looked over in the spot, went behind the back with the floater, what I'm saying, looked over in the spot, and then at the end of the half, when he had the fillet, he looked over again, gave him a salute. So I don't know who you are, person up in Brooklyn. Y'all New York people need to leave Trae Young alone. Brooklyn, y'all ain't learned from New York, from your crosstown rivals. Leave folks alone. Gosh. But anyway, man, Ice Trae Young again. Great performance from him. And I got to get to the main event. It's time for the main event. Maruk, Zaccharie Risacher. Phenomenal 34-minute game tonight for Zaccharie Risacher. 15 for 20, 75% from the field, baby. 6 for 11 from the three-point line. 54%. Yes, sir, indeed. 2 of 5 from the foul line. So, yes, we do have to work on that foul shooting because it's free. And just take your time, knock it down. But, again, new career high for my Rook. 38 big points, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 4 rebounds. Did have 5 fouls, but hey, he was a plus 28. Come on, man. Cut my Rook some slack. New career high for a guy who should be the Rookie of the Year. I believe votes possibly may be in already, so this game may not be something that can swing him to his favor or away from his favor, either or. But Zaccharie Risacher tonight was phenomenal. At one point in time, it's like he couldn't miss. Everything he was throwing up was going in. Left hand, right hand, both hands. It just was going absolutely exquisite for Zaccharie Risacher. You love to see it. I'm telling you right now, Atlanta Hawks. I'm telling you this right now, April 10th. It's a Thursday, moving on to a Friday. Do not do anything drastic in the offseason that will hinder the development and the playing minutes of Zaccharie Risacher. Don't go out and trade the farm to try to get 36, 37-year-old Kevin Durant, even though he's one of my favorite ball players in the league. I'm good. We're doing something here. We're starting a foundation, and at the end of the day, Phoenix is going to try to gut your team to try to get somebody like that down here with Trae Young, especially after seeing what different guys are doing. They're going to ask for pieces, and I ain't got time. I ain't got time to derail my foundation and derail my process. So, no to Kevin Durant, no to Ja Morant for me as well too. Trae Young is a way more mature player than Ja Morant, and he's also more mature up here, I believe, as well. That's very important for me. This is not the same Trae Young that turned down the chance to play in Atlanta at the All-Star game and just said, forget that, man, I ain't no reserve. I should be the starter. That's not the same Trae Young. This is a husband, a father of 2 now, a guy who's starting to believe in his teammates and trust his teammates more. He's going to continue. I believe it's more and more he sees that he can trust these guys. He will trust these guys. Again, happy to see it. Hey, guys, I got to bring it back again. It was great to see the Atlanta Hawks take care of business tonight. Shout out to Ice. Shout out to Onyeka. Shout out to Zaccharie Risacher. 3-Shot-Shay. I'm about to start calling him Zaccharie 3-Shot-Shay. Because I'm just saying, like, the man, he is shooting lights out from the three-point line. And it has happened with the development process since JJ has went down and he has to take on more minutes. He has shown up. Shout out to Trae Young for his 50th double-double this season. That is the most in the league this year. Also, shout out to, again, Zaccharie Risacher, new career high of 38 points. He's had 38, 36, 33. Like, Zach is doing his thing, and I love to see the development and the progression of this young man. Also, I would like to give a shout out an honorable mention to Dyson Daniels. Now I know he only had 10 points, but yet he had another game with 3 steals. That's his 43rd game this year with at least 3 steals. Shout out to Dyson on that. I want to give an honorable mention to Terrence Mann, who was 6 of 9, shooting 66% from the field tonight. 1 of 2 for 3, 14 points. How you doing, Terrence Mann? Nice to see you coming in, producing for our Atlanta Hawks. And shout out to the Hawks overall as well. Shot 41% from 3, 57% from the field. Stomping on these guys. Did not play with them. Take that same energy, bottle up, get on the plane with it, and take it right to Philly, because we have them tomorrow night at 7 p.m. in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is also one of the worst teams in the league as far as record goes. I believe Washington is still the worst in the Eastern Conference, but you also have Brooklyn, and then you also have Philly as well. So gotta take care of business again. Hey, Hawks, just win out, okay? If you win out, I believe you do yourself a favor, because right now we are a game and a half up over Chicago right now, who are nipping at our heels. I'm talking about they're nipping at our heels right now, guys. So right now, half a game above them, and I believe a game and a half ahead of Miami. So if Atlanta Hawks, if you can just win out, that honestly will just, wipe the sweat from the brows, and that will take care of everything as far as trying to drop down to the 9th or 10th seed. You have no business there. Just go ahead, take care of what you can take care of, and that's every game in front of you. Take care of Philly. Do what you can. I'm not sure what Orlando is going to be doing by Sunday. Maybe they'll be resting some players. I don't know. Not sure, because that's going to be the last game of the season. But regardless, take care of Philly to better your chances, so you can just stay right there in that AFC. You'll be on the road, but you'll have an opportunity to win in Orlando and then go on to face possibly the Boston Celtics, because it doesn't look like they're going to catch the Cleveland Cavaliers either. So, guys, that's my thoughts about this game. Great win. Again, taking care of an opponent that you should not be losing to, that you should be taking care of, especially when they're not having any of their guys like that. They're playing bench players, G League players, G League team. That's what I know a buddy of mine was calling them. So, again, taking care of business. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace and blessings to you all. And to you all, yes, sir, I'll holla. Hawks win.